For the first time in a very long time, Tesla is no longer the most shorted stock in the world. It's been overtaken. That inglorious title has been taken away from Tesla by an oil company. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. Great to see you. I want to say thank you to our Patreon supporters. If you'd like to support the channel on Patreon, I'll put a link in the description. And our YouTube members. If you want to see some of our videos in advance, you can become a member for a couple of dollars. Anyway, guys, Chevron Mobile. Personally, I hate them. Whenever I hear Chevron Mobile, in my head, I just think, I don't know why, I have a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah, go figure. Tesla has been overtaken by Chevron Mobile as, the most shorted stock in the world. So who would have thought we'd be seeing an oil company become the most shorted stock in the world? Well, I did. I'm sure many hundreds of thousands of you guys did. Tesla was topped in Hazeltree's short crowdedness report by Chevron in the firm's April report. Tesla has been number one for, I don't know how long, a very long time. There was a period where Tesla wasn't number one. That was when the shorts lost their shorts, literally lost their money, had their pants pulled down, their money disappeared. Some companies, hedge funds, basically ceased to exist as a result of shorting Tesla and losing big time. They lost a lot of money, and a lot of that money wasn't their own. A lot of that money was just American investors, probably a lot of mum and dad investors who probably had no idea what the company was actually doing. Chevron, an oil company, has been second to Tesla for a few months, but it's now overtaken Tesla. April saw short sellers' interest in Chevron, according to Teslarati, grow from 7% in March to 9%. That's a jump of $500 million worth of the company's stock being used for shorting. How good news is this, guys? I love this. I mean, how long is it going to be before we see this for many companies? I mean, why are people not shorting coal companies? We should start doing this. We should start up our own hedge fund and short all these dickhead companies who are, just take advantage of all these people investing in fossil fuels. I mean, yeah, we need some level of fossil fuels, but we only need a fraction of what we have today. And it's pretty obvious what's going on, right? They're being replaced by renewables. I mean, there's so many reports. I've got another video coming up, by the way, on Portugal. Portugal just hit 90% renewables, 90%. There's now, I believe, 6 countries worldwide that are running completely on renewables. That doesn't include the countries that are just running on, purely on having water batteries. But you get my point here. It's happening, and it's happening very fast. Fossil fuels are being disrupted. Tesla had a strong April on Wall Street, which burned to short sellers who have made a lot of money from shares lagging for some time due to reduced EV demand. Now, Tesla is becoming more of an AI company. So this EV demand thing, it might change within the next couple of years, I think, in terms of applying that to Tesla as being the number one metric. In April, Tesla shares gained 4%, with the vast majority of the spike coming after the earnings call in Q1 of 2024, which was all about cars mostly. I mean, Tesla talked about AI, investors didn't care. Well, most of them, some of them do, but most of them didn't. But when Tesla said, we're going to build cheaper EVs on the same production lines, investors went, wow, that's amazing, great. Tesla stock grew 29% from the earnings call on April 23 to the end of the month. But Tesla shares went down after the company fired its entire 500-strong Supercharger team, which, by the way, it is now hiring back a lot of the staff from that team. Anyway, the strong final 10 days of April took roughly $5.5 billion from short sellers. Apparently, $5.5 billion was lost in the final 10 days of April to short sellers who shorted Tesla. Now, in terms of Chevron, looking at their stock price, it's quite intriguing because they seem as volatile as Tesla. They hit a high of about $170 back in April of 2023, right? So not that long ago, 6 months ago. And then the stock fell to about $140. That's a pretty big drop. They're now back up to $163. But if you look at their 5-year price analysis, quite interesting because essentially, if you'd bought into the company back in 2022, you would have lost money. You wouldn't have gained anything. But if you look at their price, their stock price back in, say, 5 years from today, it was sitting at $123. Today it's at $163. Your return on investment wouldn't have outpaced inflation. My recommendation is, guys, if you hold any stock in Chevron, whether that's indirectly or directly, time to get rid of it. Thanks for watching.